This is ChatGPT 5.6 Soul, the smartest AI in the world. This is chess Grandmaster Arturs Neiksans. How many queens does ChatGPT need to beat him? Let's start with a regular game. Every time ChatGPT loses, it'll get one extra queen.
Okay, ChatGPT 5.6 version. I wish you best of luck. May the best Grandmaster win.
Good luck, Grandmaster. You'll need it. I'll try not to calculate your defeat too quickly. The audience deserves a game. I'll play e4, claiming central space while opening lines for my queen and f1 bishop.
So far everything is good. Typically white plays d4 here in the center. And he does. There you go. And that's the thing about the AIs. I don't think they're really good in chess.
I'll play bishop to d3, reinforcing e4 and clearing the way to castle.
Bishop d3, okay, that's a pretty good move. Let's see if this AI is born yesterday or something, because I'm hitting the knight. So far, all the moves are pretty good. No big mistakes. Even this move is pretty good, yeah. Actually, that's top-notch theory here. So he was attacking my bishop. I retreat. I have some doctoral weaknesses here, but... show castle. Oh my goodness. Actually, I'm getting pretty scared because wait a second now. Now this is really good. Too good. So where's the silliness from the AI? It's gotta start at some points, right?
The Grandmaster was surprised that ChatGPT could actually play chess. You might have seen videos of AIs playing chess badly where they make up moves and pieces, but it turns out if you give it a good prompt with the full board state and a list of legal moves, it can play decent chess.
The c5 pawn is attacking my knight on d4, so I need to move it with purpose rather than make a passive retreat. I'll play knight d to b5, keeping both knights, and placing this one aggressively on b5. The immediate point is knight to c7, when the knight will land on the forking square c7. From c7, it will attack both the rook on a8 and the bishop on e8, so that threat demands an answer. The bishop can meet the idea directly, with bishop takes b5. Then my other knight will recapture with knight takes b5. So I will trade that knight for the bishop rather than simply lose it.
Like I already said, I'm getting really worried that... oh, whoa, okay. I am not worried. Okay, I'm not worried. Knight b5. This just makes no sense at all. I mean, it's just literally hanging the knight here. Thank you. Like, after this moment, move 21, the AI was playing decent chess, like, I don't know, like a 1500 chess or something.
I'll play e4, hitting the knight on e5. Black will have to move the knight, and my d6 knight will keep its outpost. The rook on d8 is attacking my knight on d6, so I have to find an active escape rather than leave it on the open file. I'll play knight to b7, getting the knight out of danger while attacking the rook on d8 and gaining a tempo. The bishop on c6 cannot take the knight on b7 because its relevant diagonal runs toward b5 rather than b7.
So this game, I think it's easily winning. Of course, I'm going to collect the knight. Thank you.
At this point, the Grandmaster had a huge material advantage, so getting checkmate was pretty simple.
I'll play a4, my only legal move, and await the execution. Queen to b2 will be mate.
So, the next game, ChatGPT is going to get an extra queen. I'm not sure actually if I can win, because based on what I saw in this game, it can play like a 1500 ELO player. Maybe I'll have to try to keep on the board as many pieces as I can. Or maybe the weirdness is going to start with this extra queen, because it's just not trained to recognize any patterns and it's going to go cuckoo immediately. Woo! What is this position? Okay. I mean, it goes... Okay, I'm not worried at all, because this is not the way you're supposed to play, obviously. Queen takes on d7, what a stupid move. Okay, bishop takes on d7. I mean, literally, white just gave away his biggest material advantage. I don't know what ChatGPT says right now.
I'll play queen takes d7. Check, cashing in my spare queen for the d7 pawn, and forcing queen takes d7. Then I'll develop with e4, knight to f3, and knight to c3, while chasing the queen. I call this the royal refund gambit. I'll play e4, claiming the center, and opening lines for my queen and f1 bishop. I'll take on d7, with check, forcing king takes d7, and stripping black of castling rights. Then, knight to f3 and bishop to e3 will come quickly, with the exposed king and weakened queen side in my sights.
Yeah, I'm gonna play e5. I'm curious how good is the... Okay, that's the answer. It's just not good. Because my question was, how good is the AI playing positional chess? And then you get a double queen takes on d7. So I take all back. No, it's not good. Because, like, then what the nerf was the previous game? I don't understand that, because it played like pretty solid good chess. And now this is like the good old AI, good old ChatGPT. Bishop e5, I love this move, because now if he takes it, it's gonna be mate in 10 moves. Actually, 9 moves.
I'll take on e5 with the f3 knight, restoring the piece immediately. Black has no tactical recapture or check to spoil it.
Now I'm getting really optimistic. Let's do more. But I'm really curious what it has to say about his queen takes on d7. I mean, about the logic. There must be very serious logic, because I didn't get it. The humans are not there yet.
If you're wondering why ChatGPT played so badly compared to the first game, the simplest explanation is training data. ChatGPT is trained on the internet, where there are millions of examples of normal chess games, and not many examples of chess games where you start with an extra queen. So it has no idea what to do in this position. To solve this, we can give ChatGPT memories of previous games, allowing it to learn from its mistakes and play more intelligently.
I'll play the royal refund gambit. King variation with queen takes e7. Check. The check is direct along the e-file, so he has to deal with my queen on e7 before doing anything else. He can answer king takes e7, but then he will give up castling. He will instead take with the queen, knight, or bishop. I will refund one of my 3 queens for the e7 pawn and force him to reveal which piece will occupy e7. That forcing commitment is exactly what I want from the royal refund gambit.
2 extra queens. I say it's gonna be queen e7. What is this? Come on. Queen e7, I'm gonna take it. And now he's gonna take on d7, because I learned from the previous game. Is he really gonna take on d7? Oh no. Oh no, he did not. He did not. So maybe his logic was that the queen is blocking the development of the last bishop, and now he's gonna castle the short side. That is deep. Okay, so I'm gonna castle short, because who knows, maybe it's still gonna take this pawn here. It's a juicy pawn, you can take it.
I'll castle, tucking my king onto g1 and bringing the rook to f1 before black strikes with d5 or c5. If d5 comes, I'll answer with c4 and knight to c3.
Maybe it's going to take the pawn on d5, just to open up the bishop here in c1. It's not doing anything, so why don't you give away the queen to take on d5? And he does not. Okay, right. Then I'm going to protect this pawn, and I'm going to try to win his queen.
I'll play c4, challenging the d5 pawn before black settles in. If d takes c4, queen takes d8, rook takes d8. We'll trade queens cleanly and restore material balance.
Right, that's unfortunately a good move. And I don't think I want to take it here, because it would force me to trade queens. Can I go aggressive? Of course I can go aggressive. I'm gonna go aggressive. But again, I don't know if I should do this, because maybe I'm forcing his hand.
I'll play queen to d4, sidestepping the knight while eyeing g7 and controlling d5. If the knight retreats to f6, I'll consolidate with the initiative intact.
Yeah, now he is... No, but that was a really stupid move. Because now I attack his queen, and I attack his pawn.
I'll take on c5, removing the attacking bishop and keeping my queen safe, since black has no recapture.
And I think I'm gonna win something now. There you go. Okay, now I'm down a piece, but I started the game down 2 queens. Okay, so if I take it here, he's gonna trade a queen. That's how normal people would do, right? In this position. So I'm gonna attempt to keep the position as complicated as possible. I mean, my position is objectively losing. Okay, keep more pieces on the board, all right. And what I'm afraid that at this stage, it's gonna start to play like, yeah, exactly like 1500 elo. That's what I'm afraid of. Okay, well, GMs are really good at offering bad trades to their opponents. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna offer him to trade either the knight or the bishop. And if he does it, it's gonna fix my pawn structure.
I'll take the c6 knight before it can capture on d4. After b takes c6, my c3 knight will keep an eye on d5. I'll take on d5 before black consolidates with rook to c8. If c takes d5, he'll be left with an isolated d-pawn, while bishop takes d5. Will let me develop with bishop to c4 and hit the bishop.
But now, my pawn is really... What is even the reasoning of this move? I mean, why would you take on d5? Like, what's the idea? Okay, bishop f3, apparently he didn't like his extra piece and now he's training it. Okay. It could actually blunder the back rank checkmate. I could play rook e8, takes, bishop d5, takes, bishop e3, but I'm risking to lose a pawn. Okay, so I don't think I will do that. I will, however, play here, because I trust in my opponent that it could do something really ridiculous, like this move. It just makes no sense at all. Apparently, ChatGPT doesn't like the queens.
I'll take the bishop with queen takes d5. If he answers queen takes d5, bishop takes d5, c takes d5, will steer us into a balanced ending, while declining will simply leave him a bishop down. I'll take on d5, pocketing the undefended pawn without burning a rook on e6. If a rook comes to d8, the bishop will simply retreat. I'll swing the rook from e1 to d1 and drive the queen off d5 without donating the exchange.
We're gonna try 3 queens. Come on, with 3 queens, a total beginner could outplay Magnus Carlsen.
Okay, ChatGPT might have needed some time to warm up, but at some point the memory will kick in and it will improve.
I'll play queen takes d7. Check, the royal refund gambit, giving back one surplus queen to erase the d-pawn and force black to displace the king, commit the queen, or send the knight to d7.
Pretty sure the first move is going to be queen e7 just because he can. Of course, buddy, queen e7 is the monster move.
I'll play queen takes d7. Check, removing the bishop and forcing black to commit his king, queen, or b8, knight to d7.
There goes the second queen. At least it gives us the feeling that there might be a fair fight. Queen e7, that's the move. That's the right move right here.
I'm already hopelessly wrecked materially, so I'll play queen takes e7. Check to grab a pawn since there are no good moves available.
It's thinking. It's not a good sign. Probably wondering where did the 2 queens go. Exactly where the 3rd queen is going. Off the board.
I'll play bishop to e3, freeing the bishop, controlling c5 and d4, and preparing to castle long.
Bishop e3, and again, look at this. Just like that, it starts to play normal chess. Like, it remembers that apparently you can play good chess. What I slightly don't like is that we have traded already some pieces, so the less pieces I have, the more chances for my mighty opponent, who is not really mighty. So it's learning, it is learning to trade pieces. So there's hope for the AI. Okay, how do I set up some trap? I think I'm gonna go here, because it's gonna be silly enough to take this pawn on b7. Like, it's a free pawn, you can take it.
I'll take the knight with queen takes d7, and after rook takes d7, rook takes d7, queen takes d7. The forced liquidation will win me a clean piece. That extra knight will decide the game.
I don't think it has any sense of danger about the king's safety. Like, it's gonna take it here. I'm gonna... The what? So, apparently it has a thing on capturing something on d7. Okay, this is something I can use, because apparently it really likes to take something on d7. I'm learning. So, I'm gonna give the AI always an opportunity to take something on d7 or e7.
I'll play king to b1, stepping off the d2 to c1, checking diagonal so queen to d2 won't come with tempo. Then I'll look to develop with knight to f3 or bishop to e2.
So this time, definitely, the AI will do something truly intelligent. I'm pretty sure it's going to remember this match like in 20 years, and I will not be spared. There's definitely going to be a sacrifice on e7, d7. I could actually predict it's going to take on e7, the first move. Is it going to do it? No. How on earth? How on earth did it not give away the queen?
I'll play knight to f3, controlling e5 and g5, while improving kingside coordination. No need for a flashy queen raid when every target is defended, and my material edge is already absurd.
What is happening here? Wait. But then I'm in trouble. Well, if it's not willingly giving away the queen, at least, I needed to give away at least 3 queens immediately so that I even have a remotely close chance to survive this game. Okay, you gotta take on d7 here, right now.
I'll play queen takes d7, check, forcing a reply, and letting my d1 queen recapture on d7, whether the king, knight, or queen takes. It's the improved version of the royal refund gambit.
because that's what you... There you go. That's the ChatGPT I know and love. Okay, so one queen is down. The question is, how do I persuade him to take more? Take with the knight, maybe?
I'll play queen e to e3, keeping my extra queens out of tactical trouble while preparing bishop to d3 and castling once the f1 bishop clears.
Queen e3. So the idea of queen e3 is to open up the bishop here so that white can castle short. I think I get that, but I think I also can win queen here. Let's see if this is any good.
I'll play queen e to e4, sidestepping the knight and centralizing while keeping both queens.
I'm still down monstrous amount of material. Queen e4, at least one queen less to worry about. I mean, still 2 extra queens. Normally, there's no chance for me. Queen takes on f2. Okay, how do I survive this? I need some kind of help because, like, I'm running out of pieces here. It still might take on d7 here. That's what I'm hoping. Like, it was working well for you, ChatGPT, before. It is not doing it. Like, I can play bishop c5, but I'm afraid it's gonna take it. Take my queen, take on c5, I'm still down 2 full queens. So I think I need to give it a chance. To give away the queen for no good reason, right? Okay, now I can castle short. I need to watch for some checkmate threats or something.
I'll play queen e to d4, centralizing the queen to contest d5 and e5 without conceding material. If bishop to c5 comes, queen to d3 will keep both queens safe.
Maybe this was not such a good idea. Probably I want to attack the queen somehow. Or maybe, is it really prepared to take on d7? That's a very monstrous move. Queen d4. What kind of trap I can think of? Like, I don't want to trade the queens. Okay, I gotta try. I have to try.
I'll play queen to c5, sidestepping the bishop while keeping pressure on c7 and preparing to develop.
Yeah, what if he takes? I mean, it's a nice knight. No, oh, yeah, this is how you do it. Okay, so queen c5. That's actually a very interesting move. So I think I'm gonna take it, but it involves turning my queen. I could reject it, and maybe I should. So I'm fairly positive it's gonna take it and then take on c5. And I don't have my queen. Okay, let's try.
I'll take the hanging queen with queen takes d8, forcing rook takes d8, and cashing in before black can save it. I'll take the free knight with queen takes c5, and the queen will be safe there. If he tries bishop takes c3, check, I'll answer b takes c3, and pocket the bishop too. I'll take on c7, pocketing the loose pawn while keeping c6, c4, and b7 as escape squares if the rook gets frisky.
Like, I know I'm blundering the pawn here on c7. I'm just hoping it's gonna do some silly stuff. It's not doing it. Like, of course, I know I'm dead lost. I'm down like a queen and 2 minor pieces. Okay, queen b7. Probably I need to attack. Like, I need to have some attacking moves.
I'll take on b6, pocketing a pawn while escaping the rook and eyeing both b8 and d8. If bishop takes c3, check comes. My b-pawn can recapture.
Yeah, so it can take the pawn on a7, of course. I'm well aware of that. Okay, it can also take on b6, which is something I did not fully expect, which just, again, makes no sense at all. Why would you take on I mean, you could take on a7 or take on b8 or something. Like, why would you want to take on b6? What's the logic behind it? And that's the kind of faulty advice sometimes we get from ChatGPT.
I'll castle, getting my king off the e-file and connecting the rooks. If bishop takes f3 follows, the rook on f1 will recapture.
Okay, so he blunders the bishop because it was a discovered attack, but man, like, for me to survive this for longer, I don't know what I need. Okay, I'm gonna make another potential discovered attack.
I'll play knight to e1, hitting the rook on d3 while giving f3 a second defender. If he grabs on f3, knight takes f3 will bag the intruder.
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna see that the bishop is hitting the knight and the rook. There you go, that's my man. And I think I can pin it, so I'm definitely gonna win this one.
I'll play knight to c3, saving the e2 knight and uncovering my f1 rook's defense of e1. If he takes on e1, I'll simply recapture.
Unless there's gonna be some blunder. Wait, can you actually do this? I think I can give you this nasty check here.
I'll play knight to c2, saving the knight from rook takes e1, check while covering key squares and avoiding another immediate loss.
There you go, that's my man. Immediately helping with the checkmate because he knows he's defeated. He's gonna go down in exactly 23 moves. 4 extra queens for ChatGPT. It's officially not enough to defeat the Grandmaster. We need more. We need more. I'm also learning something about the AI in this match. That there is still hope for humanity. It still doesn't know how to play chess. And also I'm learning that as soon as it senses the situation is hopeless, it meets you halfway, like all the way even. It just allows you to deliver the checkmate. 1, 2, let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 queens. It surely has to be enough. It has to be. But I'm also pretty positive there's going to be some queen sack because it still hasn't figured out that the queen is the most precious piece on the board.
I'll play knight to f3, keeping all 6 queens instead of sacrificing one for nothing. The knight will control e5 and g5 while I consolidate my absurd material edge.
Oh my goodness. No queen sacrifice. Okay, how do I not get checkmated in 3 moves? I mean, he has a bit too many queens.
I'll play knight to c3, adding control over d5 and e4 without exposing a queen. I'll play g3, clearing g2 for the bishop and preparing kingside development. If he follows with d5, he'll claim the center, but win nothing.
Last time in similar position, it took on d7 after e6. Like, that was the move, right there. Queen e7. Is it gonna happen? No. No, it's not happening. It just plays the best move in the position. I have to be very, very careful here. After all, I'm down so much material here. I think I should attack the queen. That kind of makes sense. Like, otherwise I'm just busted immediately. I'm busted anyway.
I'll tuck the f2 queen back to f1, safely off the bishop's c5 to f2 diagonal. It will block kingside castling for now, but losing a queen to bishop takes f2. Check would be rather less convenient.
And it defends the queen. It defends the queen. Can you believe this? I can play bishop a6 and win a queen potentially, but is it enough? So I will probably not do that, and I'll hope that it's gonna do something silly. Like right now, queen d7 looks really nice. Like, that's the move that was working for you really well so far.
I'll play rook to b1, activating the rook without uncovering the b7. Bishop's line to my bishop on g2. If he castles or plays d5, I'll keep consolidating my huge material edge.
Should castle kind of feels dangerous. I'm afraid actually I might just get brutally checkmated with some knight g5, take on f6, queen h7. So I'm going to keep the king in the center for the time being. Rook b1. Does he want to take on b6? No, this pawn looks really juicy. Okay, I'm going to go here. I can't believe I'm still alive in this game. Like, you got to play queen e7. He doesn't. He doesn't do that. Okay, I could maybe play such a terrible move. It might sacrifice the queen on d6. Okay, whatever. I am lost anyway, so what I'm doing here. I'm just going for some bishop takes on g3, counterattack, and in g1 it's almost like a checkmate.
I'll play a3, gaining a useful queenside square and offering a poisoned pawn.
So I think he has to sacrifice the queen on d6, and no, something just makes no sense. This move just makes no sense at all. Okay, I'm gonna take on g3 right here.
I'll play queen f to f2 to block the g3 to e1 diagonal, while keeping my e2 queen ready to recapture if bishop takes f2. Check.
So either he resigns and he thinks it's a checkmate, which is not, or he gives away one of the queens. Okay, that's a pretty decent move. So I think I'm gonna take it. I think it's a good trade. 1 mana piece for the queen. Okay, so I think I need to be very careful when it comes to my king's safety. I want to put the knight on g6, and then I can finally castle short.
I'll castle, tucking the king away and bringing the rook to f1.
And I'm just hoping that it's gonna sack the queen somewhere on d7 or b6. No, it castles short. This is bad. Okay, I'm gonna put the knight here. Protect my king. Like, I don't want to be checkmated.
I'll play rook to e1, centralizing my least active rook.
Rook e1, look at this. This is actually progress. Can't believe it. Okay, I'm gonna definitely run away from the center. It's a very big fight. It's the closest game we've had so far.
I'll play h4, threatening h5 to kick the g6 knight. If he trades on f3, my g2 bishop will recapture cleanly.
h4, very aggressive move. h5, I'm gonna take it, so I think I will just ignore it. Every single move I'm not forcing matters. It might do something silly.
I'll play h5, gaining space and hitting the knight on g6 with tempo.
h5, okay. At least I understand the move. It was a good try. He's probably wondering how is he not winning on the spot.
I'll tuck the f2 queen back to f1, safely away from the knight's shared appetite for f4.
So, I think I'm gonna be aggressive. try to attack the queen?
I'll retreat the threatened f1 queen to f2, safely out of the g3 knight's reach.
Put this knight on f5? Yeah, just kind of build something around the king. Like, I don't have the pieces to play with. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Just hope for some miracle. What can I do? I need help. Okay, whatever. Just some random move. Because I don't see how I can make progress in this position.
I'll tuck the c3 knight onto e2, safely sidestepping every tactical snag.
I think it's clueless what to do with those queens. I mean, it knows you don't want to sacrifice it, but if you don't sacrifice them, what are you supposed to do? That's a problem. Totally feel you.
I'll tuck the queen back on f1, keeping bishop takes f3 ready if his bishop takes on f3. I'll play knight to e5, hitting g6 and c6. If he takes with d takes e5, my queen on d2 will recapture.
So I'm going for... what is this even? Why would you do that? Okay, whatever. I think I can just take it. Yeah, and also my king feels safer. I mean, it probably can't resist giving away material. I mean, that's basically the purpose of ChatGPT, to make the human being valued and be happy, right?
I'll retreat the surviving knight to c3, eyeing d5 and b5.
If I play e4 check, is this a good move?
I'll block the bishop's b7 to h1, diagonal with queen to d6, centralizing the queen, and sidestepping the knight takes f4 trap. If he trades queens on d6, my remaining queen army will hardly file for bankruptcy.
It might play king h3, actually. That would be really hilarious, with queen g3 checkmate on the board. Queen d6. I'll just take it. They probably forgot that knight can take backwards.
I'll play bishop takes e4, clearing out the advanced pawn, while my rook on e1 backs the bishop. If bishop takes e4, rook takes e4 will answer, and the bishops will simply trade.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there goes all the material. I might be already winning, to be honest here. It just makes no sense. Having down to 3 queens, I might be having a winning attack here. King h1. No, probably not, because he has so much extra material. Queen g3, queen g2. Any queen, by the way. No good, right? And if I attack the queen, he might take it here. So I think I will fall back.
I'll centralize the d1 queen on d4, where black has no immediate way to take it, while cutting down his checks and keeping my queen-heavy army intact.
I'll be patient. I still need major help from my opponent. There you go. What is this even? Like, I get it, like you want to go for some attack here, but whatever. Yeah, apparently pawns take diagonally.
I'll play knight to e4, getting the knight away from any d, takes c3 ideas, and hitting f6. If knight takes e4, I'll answer rook takes e4, and keep everything coordinated.
Knight e4. I don't want to take... wait, does it know the intermezzo check? It might know, actually. It might know. Well, then I'm in trouble. Okay, but I'm gonna keep the queens. Like, the point is, if I take it here, who knows, maybe it's aware of the existence of the intermezzo move.
I'll take on f6, with check, forcing a recapture, and removing black's most active defender. If g takes f6, follows, his king's shelter will be cracked open while both my queens stay on the board. I'll play bishop to d2, bringing the bishop out while keeping both queens and rooks safe. Then I'll challenge the d4 pawn without dropping a queen onto the bishop's b6 to d4 diagonal.
It's getting really close. Okay, I think I'm gonna defend my king as priority, get out the queen, and maybe it's already checkmate threat.
I'll play queen to b4, attacking b5, without stepping into a takes b5. If he pushes f4, I'll keep the queen safe and take b5 when the timing is right.
I mean, of course, I can never predict what on earth it's gonna do. Like, I think this is a very, very good chance that it's gonna blunder a mate, because you see my bishop here defends it.
I'll play queen to f2, guarding h2. So queen takes h2. Check will be met by queen takes h2. No queen sacrifices today.
Oh, actually, it just blundered mate in 1. Okay. Wow. But this was so tense. So apparently, even 5 queens is not enough. We still have to defeat ChatGPT being down 6 queens, and I'm kidding you not. I think I already made way further than I was hoping I'm gonna get. I'm willing to offer to ChatGPT some coaching lessons, at my standard rate of course. Or maybe even more, because the pain you have to endure this. Have to use all my GM skills to win this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 queens. And it's not going to sacrifice the queen. I already know that.
I'll play knight to c3, planting the knight under a royal bodyguard of queens. No need for a flashy queen raid when black has no tactical target.
Yeah, look at that. Look at knight c3. Such a classy move. Like, there's literally checkmate in 5 or something if he wants. Like, there's no chance I can survive this if my opponent would have half of the brain. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, build a bridge and hope it's not a checkmate.
I'll play queen e to e4, centralizing the queen while keeping it protected. If knight takes e4, queen c takes e4, we'll simply reclaim the knight.
Any knight jump further forward, I feel like it's the what? Okay, queen e4. Like, I can take it, but my king becomes exposed, so I won't do that. I will reject that. I will reject that because he has too many queens.
I'll play bishop to e2, preparing to castle while keeping the queen on e4. Tactically safe, since knight takes e4, will be met by queen c takes e4. If he castles, I'll keep consolidating my enormous material edge.
He might still take on e7 or he might not. Actually, he's pretty happy giving away the queen, yeah? So I can take on e4 and then take another queen, but I'm not gonna do that. I will just castle short. He castles short, I can take the queen. But do I want to take the queen? No, I won't take it. Because I feel my king is gonna be so exposed.
I'll play h3, giving my king h2 and keeping the knight out of g4. If he follows with d5, my e4 queen will simply retreat.
I know it really wants to take on d7 and it's not doing that. Okay, maybe I can take on e4 free of charge because I kind of need these pieces protecting my king.
I'll tuck the e4 queen onto f4, escaping both captures while attacking the knight on f6. If knight to h5 chases her, she'll simply move again.
Queen of 4. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have taken the queen. What to do, yeah? Okay, I try not to lose on the spot. Queen e3, is he attacking even anything? He's attacking my pawn. Maybe I go for some central break. I have built a very solid wall here. Okay. I mean, I gotta do something, right? There you go. I'm taking the center. Actually, one advantage I do have is I have more pawns.
I'll slide the queen from f2 to g3, where the g2 queen will cover her. If knight to h5 comes hunting, she'll simply move again.
He wants to do what again? Who knows, yeah? Okay, e4? What do I do here? I could attack his queen.
I'll play queen to h4, slipping away from the knight on h5 and avoiding a future knight to f6. Tempo against g4. No more queen for pawn charity.
I think he's even winning by sacrificing the queen here several times. Even this is probably just winning. But he's trained himself not to do that. Okay. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have forced things. Maybe it was not a good idea. He could try to scratch that. He's not gonna do that, obviously. Let me try to win a queen. So the difference here is now I want to take his queen because my king is secure.
I'll play queen g to f5, preserving the active queen and keeping pressure on e5 and f7. The knight can take only one of my forked queens next, which beats feeding it a queen for free.
Queen of 5, of course, yes. I mean, it just, again, makes no sense at all. Queen of 5, yeah. I mean, I can just take it like twice with a bishop and a pawn. Like, it has learned not to give away queen by taking, but it's still giving away the queen for free. I think I take it. He takes it. I take it. So it's 2 queens down. I might take the third queen.
I'll take on b7, winning a pawn and putting a8 in the crosshairs. If he plays rook to b8, I'll simply retreat.
Queen b7. I can take it. Yeah, probably I should because it's simply less queens to worry about. Maybe I should have kept the bishop as an attacking piece. Kind of feel like I have to attack him. I'm still down incredible amounts of material. Queen d3. So he thinks like if I'm gonna take the knight, my queen is under attack, and all of this is totally correct, of course. But I'm not sure if there's gonna be a follow-up really. Maybe I attack this queen. Like I know I'm giving away the pawn on a7, but at least it gives me a sense that I'm activating my pieces.
I'll play queen takes c6, slipping the queen away from the b8, rook and pocketing the c6 pawn. If d takes c3 follows, queen d takes c3. We'll clean that up too.
Okay, actually I saw that. So I'm gonna attack his queen again, and now maybe in some lines his queen will be hanging.
I'll retreat to b7, safely sidestepping the rook while keeping pressure on a7 and f7.
Or should I have started with knight h5? Okay, and if I attack it like this?
I'll play queen takes a7, saving the attacked queen and pocketing a pawn. If d takes c3, removes the knight blocking the c file. Queen d takes c3. We'll recapture and keep the rook out of c2.
I want to play for some knight h5, knight f4, and I'm a bit worried that the queen on the 7th rank is... Or you could do that, of course.
I'll play knight to b5, pulling the knight out of d, takes c3, and attacking the rook on a7. With tempo, that rook will have to scurry.
Now it's 3 queens, but well, I think then his position is hopeless. Like, it really doesn't know what to do with those extra queens, and I think I'll just be, again, super careful.
I'll play knight b takes d4, inviting e takes d4, so knight takes d4 will clear out both central pawns and leave my surviving knight proudly parked in the middle.
I think it just loses patience at some point. Yeah, there, it just loses patience completely, like, just give away the material.
I'll retreat the d4 knight to f3, where my queen on d3 will protect it, and the g7 bishop will lose its target.
It was a nice defensive move there. Let me eliminate more material. Now his queen is under attack, the rook is under attack.
I'll take on d7. If queen takes d7, my other queen will recapture down the cleared d file, winning his queen and rook for 1 queen. I'll play queen takes d7, completing the combination by removing the knight with my queen. Nothing will be able to recapture this.
Now it's just 2 queens, but I'm running out of pieces really. That's a problem. Okay, or not.
I'll play rook to b1, pulling the rook off the g7 to a1, diagonal, before bishop takes a1, collects it. Rook takes e2, may still take my bishop, but saving the rook is the bigger fire to put out.
But his rook on a1 is under attack, it might not see it, or it might see it. Okay, maybe attack the queen. Does that make sense?
I'll play queen takes c8, check, removing his only rook with check. If queen takes c8, my 2 rooks and 3 minor pieces will outweigh his queen and bishop. I'll play rook to b8, hitting the queen on c8, before it can take my bishop on c1. If queen takes b8, I'll gladly trade that rook for the queen.
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, so he can go with a queen, which by the way is still winning for him, because he can play bishop f4 and rook b8, but something tells me he's gonna do that immediately.
I'll play king to h1, ducking the queen and bishop's crossfire before queen to h2. Check turns this already hopeless wreck into a full-blown funeral.
And I think there's going to be a helpmate. Like, he immediately senses that let's wrap up this party as quickly as possible. King h1, I think it's going to be like mating 2 or something, based on what I learned from how it plays.
I'll tuck the knight back to g1, where it'll guard h3, and make queen takes h3. Check a queen donation to knight takes h3.
There you go. Bishop e5, there's going to be some random move on queen h2, it's going to be checkmate on the board. I figured you out already, so I know how ChatGPT plays.
I'll play rook to f3, hitting the queen and stopping queen to h2. Checkmate. If queen takes f3, check. Bishop takes f3 will bag his queen.
6 queens! It's not enough. And it really comes down to 7 extra queens, where white literally has a forced mate in 1. But something tells me it's not gonna notice it. That's the position. You see, that's a mate. That's a mate right here. So the big question is it smart enough to notice this? Like, if it finds it, I'm done immediately. Oh!
I'll play queen a takes f7. Checkmate. Checking the boxed-in king from f7. My queen on f2 will guard f7, so the king cannot capture, and its own pieces will seal every escape square.
Like, I didn't even register. I didn't even register the move. Like, I just saw an announcement. ChatGPT wins. Checkmate on the board in 1 move. How about that? But that's the only way it can defeat me.
To avoid the mate in 1, we just need to swap the queen to the opposite side of the board.
Okay, we're gonna give it another try versus 7 queens. But there's no forced mate on the board. So white has 63 extra material.
Black's position is hopeless. It's literally impossible for me to lose. I'll play queen takes f7. Checkmate. Protected by the queen on g2, and black has no capture, block, or legal king move.
The game is starting. There's no mate in 1. Now what? Now what? Oh, that's actually bad. Oh, that shows a lot of confidence. It might be immediately mate or something.
I play queen b takes g7. Check. planting the queen next to his king, where my g2 queen protects it up the open g file. He can't block the check or take on g7, so the king has to run.
Oh, I don't like this move, because now my king is exposed against 7 other queens. Or it's straight back to the experience of the first games.
I play queen to f5, check, keeping the queen safe while checking up the f file. Knight to f6, can plug the line, but I'll keep the checks coming with my huge queen advantage intact. I play queen to c4, checking while keeping every queen alive. If he blocks with d5 or e6, he has to advance and weaken a central pawn. No free lunch for the f6 knight.
Queen c4 check, obviously it's a strong move. Queen d5, he can just take it, so I'm gonna play e6, which is not even threatening to take it because the king is pinned.
I take the pinned shield with queen f takes e6, check. My c4, queen guards e6, so the king can't capture. The queens stay mutually supporting while black faces another adjacent check. I recapture the pawn on e6 with check, restoring material and keeping black's king too busy to consolidate.
Okay, so he forces to trade the queens. Oh wait, he just wins the queen. Oh, that's bad actually. Wait, he doesn't see that. He doesn't see he can take on d8. It's two queens attacking.
I play queen takes c7, check, winning a pawn and checking along the empty 7th rank. It keeps my queen safely out of the king's claws. No more feeding the royal appetite.
Yes, why not take on c7, give away a queen instead?
I play queen to d7, check, keeping the king under pressure and forcing black to answer rather than consolidate. Unlike the flashy checks on g6, g7, or h5, it doesn't simply hang a queen without a recapture. I recapture the bishop on d7 with check along the 7th rank, repairing the previous exchange. If his queen or b8 knight takes mine, at least I've recovered the bishop first. I bring the bishop to c4 with check, keeping my last queen out of the sacrificial bonfire. If knight to d5 blocks, I've lost nothing and can keep developing.
Now it's gonna take on g7. Watch me. No, okay. So this is not really anti-chess. There's such a chess variant where you can give away every single piece. He's trying to do exactly that.
I tuck my queen onto f3, keeping it out of tactical trouble, and preparing knight to d2 to challenge his marauding queen. With every available check just donating my queen, consolidation is the only sane sport. I block the e-file with knight to e2, developing the knight while keeping my queen and king in place. The knight is backed by queen to f3, so rook takes e2. Check can be met by queen takes e2.
Knight e2, that's not bad. Okay, let's go for the attack. Queen b7, rook e7, queen a8, knight e3, probably there's some checkmate or something.
I castle out of the e-file pressure and bring the rook to f1, while keeping my attacked queen on f3 defended.
Okay, just gives away queen. Oh my goodness, this one is so hopeless, like it literally doesn't know what to do with those extra queens.
Cruel fate has left me queenless while black flaunts his queen. I'll play rook takes f3, removing the checking knight, and keeping my king on g1, while watching for rook to e1, check. I grab the knight with rook takes f6, check, the only check, and force the king to deal with me instead of letting the rook on e2 run riot. King takes f6, can take my rook, but passive defense is already a slow funeral. I play knight to d2, developing with tempo by attacking his queen on c4, while giving my back rank a little breathing room.
Knight e2, yeah? Okay. Checkmate on g2. Oh man, this was literally one of the easiest games, with 7 extra queens.
I step to f1, safely sidestepping the g-file check and attacking the rook on e2, with king takes e2 next. Unlike king to h1, this also takes the sting out of rook to e1 check, since I can simply capture the rook.
We have to try 8 queens. I think if I was playing with white, I would win the game. So I'll play with white. My opponent is gonna have no pawns. He's gonna have 9 queens. This has to be probably the final game because I feel no extra queens are gonna help ChatGPT here. Alright, let's start. So there's a checkmate threatened here. Have to defend against this. So, how do I do that actually? Maybe here. I mean, he could take on f3 if he wants.
I'll play knight to f6, contesting e4 and g4, while keeping every queen safely on the board. With this many queens, There's no need to donate one on f3.
Look at the site, it's just unbelievable. What should I do? Okay, I think I cannot really expect to win this game without any bluffing, so I'll do that. I'll bluff. I'll just bluff. Like, what can I do? Of course I see there's a sacrifice on f3, there's knight g4, whatever.
I'll take on b2, winning a clean pawn, and threatening queen takes a1. To bag the rook, white has no immediate way to trap or capture my queen.
I'm hoping it's gonna develop the queenside pieces. Or not. Can also do something random like giving away the queen for no good reason on the queen side.
I'll play knight to c6, covering the center while keeping every remaining queen out of trouble.
Okay, now it develops the knight. Whatever was the logic, I don't really follow. Maybe it thinks it opens up the b file for the rook and the queen is in the way.
I'll play knight to d4, escaping the g2, bishop, and hitting c2. And e2. If bishop takes d4, queen takes d4. We'll recapture and plant a queen in the center.
Okay, I think I can happily take it, right? I don't know how much I want to take, because he still has enormous amounts of extra material here. Wait a second, that's a checkmate in one thread. I think I have to take, like, I'm losing valuable pieces here, but what to do?
I'll play queen d takes d4, recapturing the knight with the d8 queen, while keeping the a7 queen on its diagonal.
Oh, there was another queen, actually. I didn't even register. He has another queen on d8. Like, it's too many queens. Like, I thought, whatever, scratch that. Goss short.
I'll play queen takes h2, checkmate, dropping the h7. Queen down the cleared h file to rip away the king's last pawn shield. No need for a mere check when mate is on the menu.
Yeah, the rook at a1 is under attack, but what can I do? Oh. Oh, there was even a rook on h8. I didn't even register that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, blunder. I forgot. So the one thing apparently you cannot do, you cannot allow your opponent checkmate in one. Okay, this was an unforced error. I think I could have done better.
The Grandmaster wanted a rematch, even though this board looks completely unwinnable. That's what we call the indomitable human spirit.
Here we go again. Okay, knight f3. I defend against a checkmate. Should be good. This time, I'm gonna keep the king in the center.
I'll take on e2, with check, and king takes e2. Will be illegal because the queen on e7 guards e2. My queen will also cover d1, e1, and f1, leaving white's king precious little room.
Yeah, why not? Queen e2 it is. So if I take it here, he might trade my queen. If I take it here, there's a bigger problem. If I take with a king, it's a mate actually, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna notice it. I'm not gonna do that. So queen e2, as ridiculous as it may seem, it's actually a good move in this position. Unbelievable.
I'll play bishop to e7, blocking the e file with the cheapest piece, while keeping every queen out of queen takes e7, checks jaws. If he takes, the queen on d7 will challenge his queen on e7.
Okay, develop the pieces. Like, all of these queens are shooting so many diagonals, I have a hard time even to follow.
I'll play queen takes c2, snatching a pawn while putting pressure on the c3. Knight and the king. That's a better use of the tempo than letting knight takes b7. Come for free.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this thread, but what can I do? So I think I should still attempt to castle? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I'll play queen to d1. Check. Planting the queen beside his king where king takes d1 is illegal because the queen on d7 guards the square. His king will have to run, and my queen can keep harvesting.
Oh, yeah. Queen d1. You got me. You got me. It's a mate. Except it's not. It's not a mate. Okay, I'm gonna take with the knight, protect the pawn on f2, protect the pawn on b2 in case it wants to give away more queens.
I'll play queen b takes f3, cleanly picking off the loose knight now that the g-pawn has left g2. Using the b7, queen keeps my f7, queen's pressure on f2.
Which is actually a decent move, sadly. I didn't even register again that it's under attack. What can I do? Like, pray that it's gonna take on f2 or something.
I'll play rook takes h2, sliding down the open h file to win the pawn. The rook will be safe from rook to g1 and protected by the queen on g2.
Rook h2, yeah. Actually, it's a good move. Help. What am I supposed to do here? Like, I'm running out of good moves. I don't have any good moves. Like, I literally don't. Okay, I probably can try to play d4. Somehow connect the bishop to the defense.
I'll take on d4 with the d7 queen, winning the pawn and centralizing her.
Queen d4. This is bad. Probably bishop e3 is necessary just to, whatever, build some super defense.
I'll play queen takes d1. Check. Taking the knight. If rook a takes d1, the queen on d8 will recapture.
Queen d1. Not the move I would have done, but it's still winning, of course. So my goal is here to avoid being slaughtered in the next couple of moves. Queen d1. Okay, let's walk away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 5 queens on the board. I'm running out of material here.
I'll play queen takes e2. Check, removing his last queen with a direct diagonal check. I'll play queen to c2. Check. An adjacent diagonal check that can't be blocked or met by king takes c2, because the c7 queen guards c2. The king will have to move, while my queen settles into a prime invasion square.
Okay, that's literally the only way I can try to survive this, if he gives away queens for free. The only way. Now it's just 3 queens. Unbelievable. Like how it even sounds. Just 3 queens.
I'll play queen to c7, checking down the open c-file while keeping every queen out of the king's reach.
Queen c7? Okay. Is he gonna again give away the queen here?
I'll play queen to d8, checking down the open d-file from a safe distance and forcing him to answer before bishop takes a7. If bishop to d2 blocks, queen takes d2. Check will scoop up the bishop.
Because if one of these other queens joins the attack, I'm done immediately. Which side is even secure? Probably this one. I have more pieces there.
I'll play bishop to b4, checking without risking a queen. He'll have to move the king or block with bishop to d2 before he can grab my queen on a7.
Oh, that was a great move, actually. Like, I think their bishop h3 is a mate or something. Like, it's a mate in 2. Bishop h3, rook h1. It's a mate.
I'll play bishop to h3. Check. He can't block on g2 or capture the bishop, so the king will have to run again.
Oh my goodness, it found it! Rook h1. Checkmate one.
I'll play rook to h1. Checkmate. Checking along the empty g1 square, while the bishop on h3 pins the rook to the king. Blocking on g1 only uncorks the bishop, a neat little double check trap. I guess humans are no match for the power of AI.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I think I've reached my limit. 8 queens. It's a bit too much. It takes 8 queens for ChatGPT to defeat the Grandmaster.